Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you may be on the planet, and welcome to tonight's stream. Before we get started, we would like to give some special thanks to the following people. First of all, we would like to say thanks to all of our friends over in the RPG dev team who make PlanetSide possible for everyone. We would also like to say thank you to our dedicated PSB staff, being Reltor, Sergeant Mayo, and Varunda in particular, who has worked selflessly on the technical back end of our stream overlay. We would also like to say thank you to Zulfer from Sammy and Connery, who produced our map overview video, Liddy and Infils for working together with Varunda on the graphics of our stream overlay, Maelstrom26 and writer Anton from Unity on Connery for Outfit Wars on PS2 alerts, from which our match bracket graphic has been pulled from, and lastly, Falco and Casey for producing the PSB Outfit Wars on Nexus soundtrack. And in addition to all those things, here is now your daily dose of cringe and roleplay. This stream, as all streams, has been brought to you by Nanite Systems. You know, folks, as we get deeper and deeper into the school year, or if you're not in school like me and are just lacking in energy, especially now that we're getting into the colder months here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's important that we maintain our brain health so we can perform our best in school while we're gaming, or when we're at work, or in the bedroom. Ladies and gentlemen, Nanite Systems has you covered. Maintaining energy throughout the day, week, and the coming months is important, and our friends at Nanite Systems have given me the answer in the documents that I have received here in the mail. Yes, folks, Nanite System is now introducing their new product, Nanite Boost. Nanite Boost is a guilt-free, energizing injection of vitamins, hormones, sugars, and caffeine, specifically formulated to give you the energy you need to perform at the highest level. With Nanite Boost, you too can feel like you're on crack and farting in silk. And with Nanite Boost, you don't have to worry about being lactose intolerant or allergic to gluten. Yes, that's right, folks. Everyone around you will no longer complain about the smell of your farts or the shit that you have placed on the bed. With Nanite Boost, you get all of the performance-enhancing properties you would get from steroids without the rage and the side effects. There's proof in the juice, folks. 99.9% of all users have been able to prevent tilting and raging and chucking their computers and teddy bears out of the window. If you want Nanite Boost, subscribe to PlanetSide Battles on Twitch for awesome perks like free delivery and 45% off your first month. Plus, you can pause or cancel at any time. Get juiced with the boost, folks. Nanite Systems, where it's not a bug, it's a feature. And with all that said and all of the cringe out of the way, greetings everyone. In addition to Nanite Systems, obviously tonight's stream is brought to you by PlanetSide Battles. We are on the PlanetSide Battles 2 Twitch channel. PlanetSide Battles is the community-driven organization for all things PlanetSide in and out of the game. I am your main caster, Falco, and joining me today after my long tirade of Nanite Systems is none other than zeruslord from 1TR/Viking/Green Rock. zeruslord, my man, how you doing?
Good. We just got thoroughly rolled on Emerald, but that's okay.
Who did you go against?
We drew VKTZ this week.
Well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on Connery, but from what I hear, VKTZ is pretty good. So.
Yeah, they're definitely one of the stronger teams. Like top 4 for sure.
Well, today we are definitely looking at a top 4 situation here, with TTA and FEFA in today's match. We have 10 minutes left before the match starts, and so with that out of the way, I just want to go ahead and dive right into talking about the Nexus game mode. For those of you who are not well acquainted already, Outfit Wars on Nexus is a singular match scheduled for one fall or most territory controlled with a 45-minute time limit. A 20-minute pre-match phase is granted for each team of 48 players maximum for preparation. Teams are denoted as Alpha, tagged as the red team, and Omega as the blue team. The rule set on the Nexus is that the Bastion Fleet Carrier is disallowed, Colossus tanks are disallowed, construction is disallowed, and for all planet-side battles, Outfit Wars streams, whether it be on the primary, the secondary, tertiary, or quaternary Twitch channels, we will observe a 1-minute time delay out of respect for the match participants, and with this delay in mind, we will not show Warp Gate opener composition until the last minute of the preparation phase. As we begin this week, we are looking into our final round of qualifiers, round 4, the elimination round. Teams that do not earn enough Alpha Wars points by the end of this week will not be able to participate in the playoffs regardless of win-loss record. Since this is round 4, we are going to be seeing a lot of great matches this weekend on Connery, as well as other servers such as Emerald, which Zeros had just played in just a couple of hours ago. Starting off today with this schedule in mind, starting off today with the Terran, we are going to be covering the Terran Alliance versus Ironforged Alliance, and this is what we will be covering on PlanetSide Battles 2, excuse me. On the main PSB channel, Dire vs. Fate will be covered at 8:30 p.m. Pacific. Hammered vs. Mother Killer is taking place at the same time as this current match, and Araxis Iron Guard vs. Go Hard Gaming will be taking place later at 8:30 p.m. Pacific. Tomorrow night on Connery, the main event of the weekend, Vikings of Connery versus Recursion, will be showcased on the main channel at 8:30 p.m. Pacific. In addition, WTAC vs. Unity will be taking place at 8 p.m. Hells Angels vs. Sammy at 8:30 p.m. and Legion of Coffee versus the Wildcards at 8 p.m. Pacific. So quite a stacked list of matches that we have here on Connery, and I'm thoroughly excited for Connery, and I can only assume also in Emerald, you guys probably have a pretty stacked weekend as well, no? Zeris?
We do. Let me pull this up.
As we get ready for the match, let's just kind of go over some of the bases that we have on Nexus, starting off with Bitter Gorge Garrison, which is a 3-point base with a 2-minute 20-second fast cap. You have B and C points that are housed inside of triple stacks on the 3rd floor, and A point also kind of sheltered underneath a roof. However, history has shown us on past matches that you do not have any hiding spots from air to ground. Granite Head Reactor is a 3-point base, 2-minute 20-second fast cap. This is the center base of the map. It has A, B, and C points either underground, in a powerhouse, or a triple stack, respectively. And then lastly, we also have Arazek Satcom Hub in the middle. That's a 3-point base, which is a 2-minute and 20-second fast cap. It is a pseudo tech plant with a square building on the top. A decent amount of air-to-ground cheese that can be had on the top of the base, and then obviously you have your typical very small tech plant skirmishes in the center or inside of the building. For our home bases on the Nexus, we have Hydroponics Compound / Nexus Secure Substation, which is a 1-point base, 4-minute capture. The point is inside of a powerhouse, which is unlike other powerhouses in the live environment. We have a lobby that is divided from the big stairs with a wall, which kind of makes covering some doors difficult. We have Nexus Omega or Nexus Alpha, which is a 1-point base with a 7-minute capture. This is the slowest of the bases that you can go ahead and capture, and that's because if you capture this base, that's basically it for the match. Lastly, we have Argent Pass and Slate Canyon Hold, which is a 1-point base with a 4-minute capture. The point is separated from the spawn room via 5 bridges. There is no cover from air to ground whatsoever. And that is it for our bases again on Nexus Out for Wars Nexus 2022. And as you can see there on the screen, we have our map. Red is going to be southwest, blue is going to be northeast, Alpha versus Omega. And with that said, let's go ahead and jump right into the matchup. Today, our matchup is going to be FEFA, who will be in Alpha, and TTA, which will be our Omega team. This is going to be a little bit of a, not really a brain fuck, but NC being blue is going to be red, and TR, which is typically red, will be blue today. Starting off with Alpha, we have FEFA, or FEFA. They have a record of 2-0 with a ranking score of 938. Their leader is zeruslord 25. Their home faction is NC with a member count of 141, monthly activity of 78.01%. They have an Outfit Wars True KD of 1. They have a headshot ratio of 19.29 and a base captures per match of 6.67 bases per match. Omega is going to be the Terran Alliance. They have a record of 2-1 with a ranking score of 886. Their lead is the Terran Alliance. I'm fairly certain that is not actually correct, but that is just what's listed on Hanu and also other player planet-side info websites and stuff. Their home faction is TR with a member count of 82, monthly activity of 91.46%. Their Alpha Wars KD is 1.35 with a headshot ratio of 16.40. Their base capture per match is 6.33, so pretty much even in terms of base captures per match, and also in terms of other stats, such like on infantry, that's pretty even. It's important to note here that FIFA is, they're an outfit. They've been a long-standing outfit in Connery for a while now. TTA is more so a conglomerate of different Terran alliances, and that's basically what it is. It's a Terran alliance. You have CIK, Merc, and other outfits that are in there as well. CIK and Merc being the more well-known of those outfits in TTA. I think we're going to have a pretty interesting matchup tonight. Our current player count, as indicated in the HUD, is 48 members for both teams, so this is going to be very even, and I'm excited to see how this is going to play out. We know that FIFA has good shooters. We know that Terran Alliance has very good map mobility, so I'm kind of excited. Zerus, how you feeling going into this map? I know that you're kind of limited on Connery knowledge, but what are you thinking?
So I'm familiar with Merc and CIK. They're more infantry outfits. FIFA has a couple of notable tankers, notable enough that I know who they are. So Delta, obviously, and Nikon and TNB Inc. are also all pretty strong Vanguard players. So they may have a bit of an advantage in terms of armor there. Although it's always a little hard to convert on these maps, especially since people haven't really figured out everything you can do on these. So it's a little.
We have 2 minutes left, just over 2 minutes left on the timer for today. First of all, I also just kind of want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to Zerus, who is casting his first Outfit Wars match of the season today. Please go ahead and pog and hype in him for him in chat. We have 1 minute and 50 seconds left. Zerus, I kind of have a feeling as far as what the general plan is when it comes to 1TR or Viking, which is basically listen to Captain Cox. But I mean, you've played on Nexus already. What is your take on Nexus, and also how is it versus Desolation?
So the biggest difference, and there's two kind of really major differences between Nexus and Desolation. One is no construction on Nexus, and that obviously makes a huge difference in the meta, that it makes armor domination a significantly less impactful thing. The other is you've got real bases, you've got spawn rooms, so you're not having, makes it a little easier in terms of cross map mobility. You don't need to be setting up just to have the ability to get to the bases that you nominally own. So I think it looks a lot more like a traditional kind of lane smash, server smash sort of setting.
All right. We have less than a minute left. I'm going to go ahead and show opener compositions, starting off with TTA, who appear to have, who are pretty heavy going into the air. They have a couple of Sundays, no Sky Guards, but just 2 Lightnings. If we head over to Omega side, we have FIFA, who is rolling strictly air, almost strictly reavers. No, actually, excuse me. They have 1 Sunday, and that also appears to be a Sky Guard as well. So that's basically it. Match is going to go ahead and start right now. And we'll go ahead and get underway. Player count is even, and here we go. There we go. All right, the alert has started. I'm going to be following FIFA into the middle of the map. Usually these battles and matches start off with a very strong air opener from both teams, and it's usually a big clusterfuck in the middle of the map. Although it appears as though TTA is moving a majority of their air towards Bitter Gorge Garrison instead of directly center of the map.
Yeah, are they dropping? Or are they just doing... Looks like they're just doing an airball. That's very interesting. Because I think you typically see that blob end up kind of in the middle of the map. I'm also a little surprised by just how much armor TTA pulled. I think I've typically seen basically pure air openers. So I did see they do have a Sunday column headed up to, I think, Hazarak. No, they just turned left. They're taking Sunderers to Bitter Gorge.
Alright, well, I'm going to get a good angle on Bitter Gorge while I fix the overlay because I got the wrong one.
Yeah, looking at the map, we've got Caps kicked off on Bitter Gorge already. 2 points for FIFA and just one. Do I have that backwards? Yeah, sorry. Yeah, 2 points for FIFA. I believe just one for TTA. These colors are really messing with me, by the way.
All right, that should have fixed up the overlay now. Okay, well, my scoreboard is backwards, so please, I apologize.
And Granite Reactor Cap has just kicked off. We've got a lot of TTA on C point and B point. Actually, not that many on B point. They've invested really heavily in infantry in this triple stack.
Yeah, over at Granite Head, C point, TTA, trying to fight off any air that they see.
Yeah, and there's also a couple Prowlers buses from TTA here at Granite.
Yeah, we can see here that they have their Sundays hidden within like a cavern of sorts. They are still trying to fight off whatever air comes across the way. They are doing a pretty decent job. There isn't any big developments happening so far in Granite Head Reactor. Same thing over at Bitter Gorge. It's basically a large grouping of FIFA or not FIFA. Yes, FIFA. Getting names mixed up right now.
And it looks like Bitter Gorge at this point's totally a FIFA cap.
Yep.
There's... not sure they even have spawns or that TTA even has spawns up at this point.
Yeah, they do have a fast cap going on over at Bitter Gorge. TTA not showing up at all. And I'm not sure if they're gonna even try to contest any of this. I don't see any... Oh, hold up. We have a TTA Galaxy coming in from their warp gate. I wonder where it may be dropping. I see a Galaxy. Something crashed into it, or either it doesn't look like it was able to get a clean drop off. They dropped over by B point with a Valkyrie as well. B point is being covered by Garl Gilder NC, who is heavily outnumbered in this case. Warbird and a Black Void and other TTA have swarmed him and taken him out. FIFA attempting to recover B point. B point is currently flipping. FIFA have captured Bitter Gorge Garrison, although there is still contention happening on the B point. Although for the most part it appears as though FIFA has recovered it successfully. And that is the first play. I'd
expect them to start rotating over to Granite Head almost immediately.
Yes, indeed. while that is going on, let me try to fix the logos right now. Hold on, let me see where battle's happening. I'm gonna head over to Granite Head Reactor. I'll go right here. You can see there's a lot of TTA over at the C point. Let me go ahead and fix this freaking overlay for you guys. One moment.
Yeah, FEFA's gal dropping in, or Falco dropping in. Should be about a squad. Mostly dropping onto C point at the moment. And with that, got TTA is holding C pretty thoroughly, but they've dropped A and B points. They've got a car. I think FEFA's got a car down in A point. I'm reading the spinning map right. Oh, he's picked the wrong side. You can't actually get down there from this side.
This is totally scuffed.
Yeah, pop's not quite equal, which is surprising. There's a couple guys from FIFA who are off backcapping somewhere. They're trying to start Argent Pass. They've got a couple people still sitting on Arizek. So there is a little bit of a numbers advantage, but I don't think it should be that significant.
Alright. Alright, now I've kind of fixed the overlay. Missing some action here over at C point. FIFA trying to come in from different angles. FIFA coming in, they're pushing in. TTA gets the resnade. They are zombieing. I don't think they'll be successful. FIFA may begins to... Here we go. Yeah, so they are flipping the point over at C. That may delay the capture a little bit. They would then be able to cycle over to B point, and that could potentially be a steal if they do that successfully. C point has been captured by FIFA. Let's see how their movement's going to be. We see a couple of dudes pushing in, maybe with just one person. Honestly, Clone Cano. FIFA is actually held back over on C point trying to defend, and they aren't able to move outside of this building, outside of this point. So unless there's more FIFA that drop in on B point, that's basically what it's going to be for Granite Head. Granite Head is going to go towards the Terran Alliance.
The 8 point's flipping.
8 point is flipping, yeah.
Yeah, they may stall this out.
Let's go over here. We see 8 point. Now, so TTA has recovered, although we see some people that drove in with a harasser. It wasn't enough, though. TTA still has 8 point. Still a lot of battle happening over at C point. FIFA unable to move out of C point. This is going to go towards Terran. So there we go. That's the play. This is how the map currently looks like, with Bitter Gorge going to FIFA, Granite Head going to TTA. Argent Pass at 1 point was contested. So that's how we're looking like so far.
And Arizek has just started ticking. We've got, I see nobody up here at A point. I think there's one FIFA player down below. Yeah, Goblin Run just killed Instrument of War to flip, and they're flipping B point
So
up top.
People aren't exactly aware and are wondering why Arizek is being flipped last. It's kind of a lower priority. When you take a look at the rest of the middle bases, you see that Bitter Gorge has 3 lattices, one to Slate Canyon Hold, one to Granite Head Reactor, and one over to Argent Pass. With Granite Head Reactor, you have lattice into Bitter Gorge, lattice into Hydroponics Compound, and also lattice into Nexus Secure Substation. However, with Arizek SATCOM hub, you only have 2 lattices, one over to Nexus Secure Substation, and another lattice over to Hydroponics Compound, at which point it already began to flip as I went ahead and started drawing on the map. So, interesting play. This might be a very interesting base race situation. Oh god, my ops cam.
Victory has not eluded us.
So if we head over to Hydroponics Compound TTA currently, let's see what kind of grouping they have over here at the A point. Not too many people.
It's kind of a weird hold. They're mostly holding up in that like hallway dubs area.
We head over to Argent Pass. You can see that over at Argent Pass, TTA have recovered the point. So the current offensive right now is Hydroponics Compound. So I will head back over there.
Looks like TTA has a bunch of people at Arizek, but they're not getting inside really. And as I said, that they actually did get in through the back doors to the C point here.
I think Clone Cano just literally took out like 2 or 3 people by himself before a fire team of TTA came in and cleaned him up. Right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 TTA that are currently holding the point over at Hydroponics Compound. They really want to make sure they get this base. This could very well end up being a base race. FEFA currently over at Arizek SATCOM and also TTA as well.
Yeah, TTA's just flipped A. Looks like they rotated a fair number of people over. And they're in the tech plant, and FEFA still has a lot of their air and armor outside.
Flipping, A point flipping. But Arizek goes over to FEFA. So FEFA currently winning out on opening bases captured. TTA still trying to capture Hydroponics Compound. So let's make our way over here to Hydroponics Compound, where they do still hold the majority pop.
Victory has not
and there's a flip on Nexus Secure Substation as well, so I think that's going to be...
Magnanimous is inside of his harasser right now, maybe thinking about plunging himself into the powerhouse as Megatron would. Or not.
Yeah, it's usually a risky strategy. Those doors are, if you don't line it up just
FEFA
right.
has dropped a decent amount of dudes, but they are also they are not getting pelted. FEFA Air is supporting them, although a decent amount of them not a decent amount of them. Decent amount of TTA kind of got caught in the crossfire. FEFA trying to make their way through double doors.
Compute's got a couple of tanks out here that aren't really contributing much to the staff. One of them does seem to have I think that's a Viper pointed into dubs.
1 minute left on the capture over at Hydroponics Compound. TTA attempting to clean house. They do have a max, trying to gun down as many FEFA as they can, although the max goes down. There are nades going off everywhere. They have 30 seconds left to recover the point. Dude, is there any other FEFA coming around? We see... Who's this? We see Tand over on A point. Tand flipped the point by himself along with some support now. And FEFA have recovered A point over at Hydroponics Compound. And there's still TTA pop here, although they are slowly but surely dwindling down now that FEFA have contested and successfully recovered the point.
And while that was going on, TTA has dropped onto Bitter Gorge. They've got top advantage here, and 2 of the points flipped.
Valkyrie goes down. That's it. Yeah, TTA will not come back to Hydroponics compound. Looks like we are now here over at Bitter Gorge Garrison, where we see A point for TR, B point for TR, C point for NC. C point being flipped by Nakir, and he is now flipping the point to TR. Yeah, that's basically what it's looking like.
TTA is dropping a lot of anvils in right now.
They are,
yeah. I think they brought one bus, a
Totally
stealth
not
bus
Delta.
in up into A point.
Totally not Delta trying to do something here. He's being cornered, and unfortunately for Totally not Delta, he is taken out. His gunner headshot is still up, but he gets run over as well, unfortunately. 1 minute left, approximately, for Bitter Gorge Garrison, just over a minute. Nexus Secure Substation is starting to fall with less than 4 minutes left. That timer has started for FIFA. Air hammers away nearby C point from FIFA over to TTA. TTA trying to respond with some form of anti-air. FIFA have a Galaxy overhead, and they drop maybe half a squad onto A point, but I don't know.
It's a weird spot for a landing, yeah.
Well, not just that, I don't know which point they were going for. They were kind of like wanting to go towards A, but not wanting to go towards A, and with that drop, they lost 3 people in the process. Not exactly an optimal drop.
Yeah, one interesting thing they've done, TTA has a stealth bus, of all things, parked at, like, inside Bitter Gorge at the A point, because there's actually no deploy zone on this base. You can put it, once you get it up there, which, as far as I know, is only anvils, you can just set it up, spawn right in.
C point being flipped by... I can't see names right now. Well, it was being flipped by Simster, but he unfortunately is taken out. B point under FIFA control. A ton of FIFA over here. They have a spawn beacon that is hot and crispy. FIFA now moving over to A point via the bridge. It's worth noting that TTA do not have any air here, so it makes the push from B point to A point relatively easy for FIFA, especially since they have overwhelming numbers right now. So FIFA easily able to capture A, and also they have dropped over by C point, and they have captured C point. TTA unable to capture Bitter Gorge Garrison to the full. Loss on them. They didn't really have a lot of support there. We even see a FIFA Liberator up in the sky.
Yeah, when you see a Liberator in this kind of format, you know that team's got real air dominance. They tend not to last much if you have anything approaching an even air fight.
TTA dropping in with some people, although it isn't enough. FIFA putting down spawn logistics, it appears, right next to B point, so even if they lose this by the small amount of TTA that are here, they'll be able to recover it relatively easily with spawn logistics.
You know, it looks like FIFA's got about a squad worth of air still, which is quite a bit. Although they do seem to be mostly air hammers.
Not a lot of
is
TTA
actually
in the air, if any at all.
Yeah, they seem to mostly be on the ground here at Hydroponics Compound.
Yeah, with that said, we are over here at Hydroponics Compound now, where Zerus is at. And if we go into A point, we can see that TTA don't really have a lot of people on point. And there's a decent amount of people that went down over by big stairs. FIFA attempting to push from door 3 and also door 1. Mega big bonus check made his way in, and he kind of pelted down some TTA for the rest of his FIFA guys to kind of come in and you know, do their thing, capture the point, and recover hydroponics compound. Well done. So current map state has kind of stayed where it's been for the past 10-ish minutes now. So currently FIFA hold 5 bases, TTA hold 4 bases. If we take a look at the kills, it's going and rolling towards FIFA. TTA have good medic support, but we do need to see that kill counter go for TTA. I'm no John Madden, but kills get you points and wins and game and stuff. So if we take a look at some stats here, we can see that air for FIFA has 21% of all of the deaths that have happened. By contrast, TTA only has 8% deaths from air. So they are predominantly 86% infantry. FIFA with 72% infantry. But with that said, a good air game appears to be showing a dominant map play for the most part. FIFA is attempting to recover Bitter Gorge Garrison, which appears to have some amount of battle.
Yeah, and there's also a fight at Nexus Secure Substation and Trinic Hydroponics Compound.
You can see here, totally not Delta trying to take out Promiscuous Prius.
You are better than this. Show them.
Who likes a Prius? I don't. Unless you like good gas mileage.
And Arizek has just been flipped all 3 points for a fast cap by TTA.
Arizek is one of those bases where, because it's not so much a high priority, you don't see a lot of people pop dumping it. But generally, when it gets captured, it's captured because no one pays attention to it. And usually it's with lower amounts of pop. When you have a lot of attention, you're throwing down a lot of dudes on it, you're not going to really have too much advantage trying to capture it. FIFA coming in here, they are taking out square building that houses C point. FIFA is almost successful in capturing C point. There's just a couple dudes left on here. Donahue and Warboard TD, they get taken out. B point is flipping. While all that was going on, C point got flipped over at Airzat Satcom Hub. A point is now left to be flipped. Meanwhile, FIFA Air is still suffocating the TR and very much dominating the map.
Although it is the case that vehicles don't cap points, and it looks like Hydroponics Compound may be going through for TTA. Got about 1:30 left on the timer.
They do have a minute left. It would be interesting to see if FIFA is really timing that down and will hop over there just after recovering Airzat Satcom. Because I bet you that might be what they're going to be thinking about after they resecure Airzat Satcom in just a little bit. They have bought themselves a little bit of time, so they can easily just kind of move back. C point is being flipped by TTA inversely. A point is being flipped by FIFA. There's literally almost nobody over on A point. So Airzat still stays for FEFA. Hydroponics Compound has less than a minute left on capture. No Terran air on site. A point is being flipped. We have missed the action here, unfortunately, but it appears as though Jetfire, Tans, Corsec have done a majority of the work, as well as Mega Big Bonus Check, who is now dead, but has sacrificed himself for the better good of the FEFA. So
yeah, and FIFA's got a cap going on Argent Pass. We've got a lot of TTA running from spawn room, and they've just cleared it out. Looks like it might have been just a ghost cap.
TTA currently on point. The FIFA do not have population advantage right now over at Hydroponics Compound. They have about 30 seconds left. they need to start thinking about moving back over here. Mega big bonus check coming in. Is he going to be able to poke through? No, he won't be able to. He's just crawling in. Zon being closer and closer to the point. But that's not really going to do him much good. He takes out Arc Guardian Wolf. But now you have the rest of the FIFA squad over here supporting mega big bonus check. And they have now resecured a point. They have indeed brought more dudes. Let's take a look at some more stats over here. Our top killers for the match currently for FIFA is TJK6 with 85 kills, Clone with 73, Mysterious Heroine X with 71, Tand with 46, K with 44. On TTA we have ACG Spartan 41, Stonewall Jones with 39, Donahue, A Black Void with 37, Donahue with 29, and many Apple Pies with 25.
What's going on? There's a small fight going back and forth at Bitter Gorge. We've got, it looks like I think about half his pop is just armor driving through.
I see the lone TR Mosquito that could. Kaitomer trying to take out K, but... Oh, excuse me, he has support. There's some more TTA in air right now. Maybe not as much. But K with the moves, reverse flying, air hammering, trying to take out this TR over here. And he takes him out. Good job by K. Brilliant reverse maneuvering over there. TTA dropping in on A point, smashing in from door 1, flipping the point. And currently, Arc Guardian Wolf is Michael Jackson right now.
Show them.
They don't seem to have any real logistics here. They're just dropping off beacons, so I don't think there's any maxes.
Arc Guardian Wolf has gotten the nanite boost, the boost juice that is. He is feeling it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, your MVP of TTA.
Well, FIFA looks like they might be going for a base trade. They're on Nexus Secure Substation with looks like about a squad or so, maybe a little more than that.
FIFA's a lot more spread out in Nexus Sub. They don't have a lot of people on point. It's more so people that are on top of the big stairs. Holding it from big stairs is typically the meta strat on live because you can kind of peek over the top and really only have your head poking up if you're within the perspective of someone who is on the ground floor. Although in Nexus it is difficult to monitor the A point because you do have this wall right over here that's blocking your view of door 2 and door 3. FIFA is recovering the point, A point that is. Froyo Baggins goes down, FIFA recover, and are still capturing A point over at Nexus Secure Substation. Meanwhile, the Terran Alliance is still trying to flip Hydroponics Compound. We are looking at a potential base race right now. TTA at Hydroponics Compound. Will they be successful in trying to capture this point? We have some FIFA trying to push in from small stairs. Totally not Delta. K. Mega big bonus check with a max, but unfortunately gets taken down. Jetfire 3 gets taken down. Clone gets taken down. However, there are more TTA that are going down than FIFA. And with that out of the way, FIFA have resecured Hydroponics Compound. Now we head over to Nexus Secure Substation. That is the last base currently that is under offensive contention right now. FIFA holding A point over at Nexus Secure Substation. There is an anvil dropping from downtown, and FIFA currently on the point, still at A point, and TTA currently are trying to push from the spawn room. But this is where the air can become very devastating if you're FIFA. You have all of this ground to cover right here, and this is a farming field for anyone who is in air. Although it doesn't look like FIFA was really able to really farm it up, TTA is currently flipping the point. They brought in a lot of dudes, and FIFA still currently trying to hold the top of the staircase. They, for the most part, get taken down. There is the zombie resonade, but they're gonna get taken down once again. Or not. They're using the mana shield. FIFA still alive, still in this.
Yeah, and TTA is doing a really big brain move here.
Yeah, TTA shutting them down
this,
for short.
On that side, they've got a Prowler deploy shield.
That too,
and you
yeah.
can poke those through a wall and cover an infantry push really well. That's honestly kind of insane.
Mega strat. Big brain strat. So, with that out of the way, that contest, the map remains the same.
Yeah, there's a fast cap going on Bitter Gorge, where there was. I think it's flipped back. Yeah, it's flipped back.
Let's check out our top revives, because we love ourselves some medic play. Solana with 58 revives, Garth Gilder with 42, Jimmy Trash with 38, Mattias with 37, Starbug with 33. Ace Nara, oh excuse me, disregard. We have a point flipping. It was flipping. It's resetting. TTA holding the hallway. Also holding double doors. Some amount of FIFA. Yeah, it gets taken out. Solano unfortunately gets taken out. There's a revive nade, but they're gonna zombie. Russell Wilson is not cooking today. Still some zombie action happening. It isn't too much. TTA have brought the dudes over here. There is a cap happening at Granite Head Reactor. Argent Pass is also flipping as well. We are now seeing
yeah, and TTA is also rotated over to Hydroponics Compound with, I think, about 2 squads.
Yeah, so we are seeing a slight devolution of the map currently. Hold on. Still over at Nexus Secure Substation. Right now, what we got going on is effectively a couple things happening. First of all, TR and NC are both over at Nexus Secure Substation. However, TR is over at Hydroponics Compound, NC over at Argent Pass. Right now, it's looking to be in NC's favor because they are pushing the major offensive over here with this capture over at Nexus Secure going through, and also the capture over at Argent Pass going through. Terran really only have one timer going in their favor. And also with that out of the way, we also see Granite Head Reactor also flipping fast cap for NC as well. So
yeah, this looks
3
like
timers going through, 3 timers that are currently flipping for FIFA.
Yeah, this cap at Granite Head Reactor, it looks like Ghost Cap, like they only have 1 or 2 people on it. Just flip all the points and hope nobody notices.
TTA currently busy with Nexus Secure. Honestly, FIFA, they can just kind of bait them over here. And there is the orbital strike, the Sword of Damocles from downtown. Will that be enough to stop the push from the TTA? And there is the splash. And there goes Frog NSO. Gets sent flying, and there he is, dead because he didn't take the nanite boost from Nanite Systems. TTA flipping the point over at Nexus Secure Substation, but at what cost, you may ask? And that is going to be Granite Head Reactor if they cannot respond fast enough.
Yeah, they've got a couple of guys running around trying to clear out these points. They've got AVAX that gives them about 30 seconds to work with. They need to be dropping about now if they want to get this back.
TTA flipping B point. There's nobody on B point. Granite Head Reactor not doing FIFA any good currently, although A point is flipping back for FIFA. So they're just trading points right now. C point is being currently flipped. At least it's going to be flipped soon. And, yes.
Yeah, that timer, even though the cap doesn't go through,
What?
that timer is going to be a big
Are
advantage
you
in
not
pressure
paying
later.
attention? Rainbow Escapist. You literally just saw 2 dudes get clapped right in front of you. Alright, well, shout out to Ice Cold, who made sure that cap really did go for FIFA there. So
Yeah,
good job,
FIFA's
Ice
rotated
Cold.
onto Urgent Pass with the vast majority of their population. They're holding this, whatever you call it. I always call it a cubby building, but there's like 10 names
Yeah,
for it.
I mean, in the cubby building, there's like 2 more cubbies. So, okay, here we go. TTA trying to push into the point. They have pushed into the point. However, we see a steel rain forming. Oh, no. Okay, so FIFA's coming in from their spawn logistics. They are trying to recover this. They need to recover because they just popped a steel rain for Nexus Alpha. So FIFA have to make sure they capture this. Otherwise, that steel rain is going to be wasted. FIFA strong on the point. TTA, they got wiped out. They have to try to recover this soon. Otherwise, that Nexus space is going to start flipping. And that's not going to be good for TTA. TTA coming back into point, although they don't have enough dudes. There goes the spawn res grenade. Or the spawn res grenade. The res grenade, however, it's not enough as FIFA capture Argent Pass. Nexus Alpha, I can only assume the timer is going to start.
Yeah, it's flipping off the
Yeah, there it goes.
already.
It started now.
We've got...
You see the anvil coming down. That's probably going to be FIFA. And they're going to get some spawn logistics going on here. That's definitely what they need.
We've got about half a squad of FIFA on this point.
Yeah. So now FIFA going into shutdown. I think it's worth noting here that the match didn't, movement didn't really kick off until the score went to 0. So both teams can no longer gain outfit score from this. And I think they were just really trying to make sure that they don't go into Eliminator and get eliminated, barring some kind of catastrophic meltdown from a different match. But with that said, FIFA have definitely went in and they have started to open this thing up. FIFA coming in with mass amounts of pop over at Nexus Alpha. I think we're basically looking at an all-in situation. This is definitely all-in at this point. So both teams are over here at Nexus Alpha. Let's take a look at our top weaponry that we have here. So yeah, the saw is sawing straight through everyone. That's basically what we're looking at right now. Well, basically, what was that? 450 kills just from the saw alone, and then 300 from the butcher. So, yeah, NC kicking it hard.
What's going on? You've got still some logistics getting set up outside by FIFA. A couple deploy buses. They're bringing up, I think, a Mjolnir Vanguard, cleaning stuff up underground.
There's a Skyguard. TTA armors coming in. They need to, instead of just chilling out here, they need to start thinking about taking out
of that area.
whatever FIFA spawn logistics are here. They need to start moving. And right now, they are kind of moving. FIFA's still holding strong inside of the base. Defensive posture right now for FIFA is looking pretty good. They are pushing out on this powerhouse portion here. TTA trying to push in from this powerhouse portion over here. There goes the C4. It doesn't really hit anyone.
Yeah, TTA has a harasser up near their spawn room. I don't know exactly how they got it there.
Jeez.
Might have just been an anvil.
FIFA cycling their max is over, and they are doing a good job shutting this down. There goes a C4. It takes out multiple people. Also takes on Stonewall Jones using a max suit. TTA had rotated to the other side, but Mysterious Heroine comes in from the back, flanking him from behind. Goblin also gets taken out, unfortunately, as a result of overkill by Rainbow Escapist. FIFA doing a good job rotating to wherever the TTA threat is coming from. TTA currently appear to be coming in large units versus separated groups. Although now I think they might be kind of devolving from that.
Yeah, I think their outside spawn logistics have gotten cleaned up, which is going to put a real damper on their push.
TTA pushing in from one corner, from two corners, from two doors now. They're doing a concerted push, and they have successfully flipped the point, but at what cost? Currently at no cost. So, good job to TTA. If I am FIFA, I am now thinking about Nexus Secure Substation. Just close out the remainder part of the map. But FIFA's still coming back in strong. They appear to have spawn logistics somewhere over here. They are pushing in. Will they have a coordinated enough push to make this work? Tan's coming in with his max. Jetfire coming in with his max. They are pushing in from one door, and one door is all they need. FIFA coming in strong, bringing all the dudes on point. FIFA have started the timer once again over at Nexus Alpha.
But I don't think they're going to have... They're not going to have time to cap this.
They won't.
So the only thing that's still left to play is Nexus Secure Substation, and I'm not sure... There's just a couple guys hanging around here. We've got one, looks like maybe a Stalker Infiltrator, or SMG Infiltrator. Totally 1234, and an Light Assault Instrument of War, and they're just kind of dancing around this capture point.
Yeah. So, yeah, this match, for what it's worth, goes to FIFA. There is an orbital strike. Wow. Takes out 9. The TR orbital strike takes out 4 dudes that were just outside by themselves on the mountainside. Well, there you go. FIFA with what appears to be the win. There goes another orbital strike from downtown. TTA is saying, you know what, we might lose this match, but we're gonna have fun ending it. So just slam down all of the orbital strikes. With just over a minute left, this match basically goes to FIFA. So congratulations to the FIFA. Very successful. Let's take a look at some stats as we start to close out this match. So in terms of our domain kills, we see that approximately a fourth of all kills for FIFA happened from the air. Infantry take up 3/4. TTA inversely has 91% infantry with 5% air. In terms of vehicle kills, we see that Delta comes in with 23 vehicle kills, Flaming Cliff with 21, Tactical Turtles with 18, White Lobster with 18, Headshot with 16, Matty Z-Bot with 18, Jared with 11, Scoob with 9, Western Me 9, Demon 27 with 7. Our top spawns are Mysterious Heroine with 70, a Tiny Child with 58, Aha Bot with 43, Garlic Waffle with 41, Tully with 32, Instrument of War with 101, Trained In with 51, Chrome with 44, Froyo Baggins with 27, Marmond Martel with 26. What else do we got over here? Top weapons. We see that the Godsaw has 265 kills with the regular Gauss-Saw with 257, Mustang with 150, GD7F with 106, and Lolpods with 71. On the TR side, we have the Butcher with 372, C4 with 40, Chain Gun with 39, SAR 42 with 36, and Hackers with 35. So there you go. That is the match for today. FIFA have won the match for today. So congratulations to FIFA, otherwise known as FEFA. They were very successful in this matchup. So, oh god, that screen looks like utter trash. But yeah, no, good matchup. Very, very good matchup.
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed really quite even until probably about 15-20 minutes before the end. Felt like at that point FIFA managed to get a lot of time on Bitter Gorge, and then it just kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah. Yeah, congratulations to FIFA. Well done to TTA, who will be taking the loss, although I'm fairly certain that they'll probably still be in the playoffs. But yeah, no. I think, Zerus, what do you think was the thing that really costed TTA that match, outside of just the map being busted open by FIFA towards the last couple minutes?
I think the biggest thing is they let a couple of just what should have just been a ghost cap that got cleaned up pretty quickly turn into a couple of big base captures. So like Granite had, I think they had maybe 6 people when that went through. It was not something they should have just let go like that. And like once that happens, you know, the map's busted open, they get the back cap, and you're getting air hammered at Argent, and it's all over.
Yeah. Speaking of air hammers, I think another thing too was just outside of the opener, TTA kind of had a lack of air throughout the match. By comparison to FIFA, of course. FIFA had constant air presence with air hammers, really just shelling people with air hammers and just really clearing out the ground for their infantry play. Again, towards the end there, FIFA really started to capture a whole bunch of bases with as much as 3 timers going their way, so obviously that busted open the map for them, and there went the win. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the match. Zerus, did you enjoy the match?
Oh yeah, lots of fun.
If we take a look at the rest of the Alpha Wars matches, what we see here is Mother Killer taking the win against Drunk Division. And still in progress is Fate of Connery versus Dire. That is being shown on the main PlanetSide Battles Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/PlanetSideBattles. Tomorrow we will have Unity versus WTAC, Sovereign Army versus Hell's Angels, TWC2 versus Legion of Coffee, and the main event, which is going to be Recursion versus Vikings. Zerus, of course, will be participating, I believe, with the Vikings tomorrow, and so that will be one hell of a match to watch for sure.
Yeah, that should be. I'm honestly really looking forward to it.
So, with all of that out of the way, again, I would like to say thank you to zeruslord, who went ahead and volunteered to co-cast with me when I almost had nobody to cast with today. He kind of came in last minute. Sir, thank you very much for helping me out with today's stream.
You're welcome.
Also in chat, please go ahead and pog and hype in chat for zeruslord, who casted his first Alpha Wars match on Nexus for the season. So there you go. Until then, I am Falco. I was joined by Zerus, and we will go ahead and catch you in the next PlanetSide Battle stream. I personally will be casting tomorrow's main event on Planetside Battles 1 alongside with Trulius and the Tree Man 01 from Brack. It will be a triple cast, and so we look forward to showing that to you guys tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Pacific. Until then, I will see you. Goodbye and good night.